I am afraid it will pain me. I will faint. Are sure we should do this? Precious asked, panicking. Her voice shivered. Joshua nodded. Let's do it quickly, he responded, though he lacked confidence. Before we dive into this story, please consider subscribing to my channel, turn on the bell notifications, and let me know where you're watching from around the world in the comment section. In the bustling city of Ibadan, two families lived side by side in harmony. The Okafors and the Alida were more than neighbors. They were friends whose bond had deepened over years of shared meals, mutual celebrations, and unwavering support. Joshua, the Okafor's only son, was 13 years old, intelligent but shy. Precious, the Alade's 12-year-old daughter, was outgoing, with a spark of curiosity that often got her into trouble. The two were inseparable, their laughter filling the compound on most evenings. It was a quiet Friday afternoon during the long holiday. Joshua's parents were at work, and Precious's mother had gone to the market. Bored, Joshua sat cross-legged on the floor, fiddling with his new smartphone. His father had gifted it to him a week earlier as a reward for excelling in his exams. "What are you doing?" Precious asked, stepping into the room uninvited. Her eyes sparkled with interest as she saw the sleek device in Joshua's hands. "Just playing a game," Joshua replied, though his tone suggested he wasn't fully engaged. "Let me see," Precious said, plopping down beside him. Joshua hesitated, but handed her the phone. She scrolled through the apps. Her curiosity piqued when she stumbled upon one with a lock icon. "What's this?" she asked. "I don't know. It came with the phone," Joshua replied, leaning closer to look. "Let's open it," Precious said, her voice dropping to a whisper as though she already sensed it was forbidden territory. She tapped the icon, and the app opened after Joshua reluctantly entered his passcode. The screen filled with videos, thumbnails showing scenes that neither of them had seen before. "What is this?" Precious asked, her curiosity turning into intrigue. "I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't watch it," Joshua suggested, suddenly uneasy. But Precious's finger had already pressed play. The video began, and the room filled with strange, unfamiliar sounds. They watched, their faces a mix of confusion and fascination. Moments later, the sound of the compound gate creaking open sent them scrambling. Precious quickly closed the app and tossed the phone onto the bed. "Don't tell anyone," she whispered. Joshua nodded, but his heart raced. From that day, the app became their secret. Whenever the house was quiet, Joshua and Precious would sneak into his room, lock the door, and explore the strange, forbidden world within the app. At first, it was curiosity, but over time, it turned into something darker, an obsession neither of them could explain. Joshua began withdrawing from his usual activities. He stopped playing football with the other boys in the compound and spent less time studying. His mother noticed. "Joshua, is everything all right?" she asked one evening as they sat at the dining table. "I'm fine, Mama," he replied without looking up from his plate. Precious, too, began to change. Her vibrant energy dulled, and she often seemed lost in thought. Her mother, however, dismissed it as a phase. One afternoon, when the house was unusually quiet, Precious proposed something that would alter the course of their lives forever. "Joshua, let's try what they're doing in the videos," she said, her voice barely audible. Joshua's heart skipped a beat. "What? No, that's wrong," he stammered. "It's just us. No one will know," Precious argued. Her tone was insistent, but there was a hint of fear in her eyes. After much hesitation, Joshua reluctantly agreed. They locked themselves in the bathroom, the most private place they could think of. Joshua opened the app and found one of their bookmarked videos. The attempt was awkward and painful. Precious cried out, stopping Joshua immediately. "It hurts," she said, tears streaming down her face. They sat in silence for several minutes before deciding never to speak of it again. The days that followed were fraught with tension. Precious avoided Joshua, and when they did see each other, their conversations were stilted and awkward. Guilt weighed heavily on both of them, but neither dared to confess to anyone. Then, Precious's behavior took a troubling turn. She complained of persistent pain and began missing school. Her mother grew concerned and took her to the hospital, where the doctor's questions made Precious break down in tears. She confessed everything. The revelation hit both families like a thunderbolt. Joshua's parents were horrified, and Precious's mother was inconsolable. The families, once so close, now found themselves torn apart by anger, shame, and blame. The fallout was devastating. Precious's parents decided to send her to live with relatives in another state, hoping a change of environment would help her heal. Joshua's phone was confiscated, and he was grounded indefinitely. But the damage was done. Joshua's once promising academic performance plummeted. He became the subject of whispers and stares at school, his shame following him everywhere. Precious, too, struggled to move on. The experience left scars, emotional and physical, that would take years to heal. This tragic story underscores the dangers of unmonitored access to technology and the importance of open communication between parents and children. Please subscribe to my channel for more amazing stories and to encourage us to do more. Stay blessed.